What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anthony and this is Watch With Me. Today we're just going to be doing a little bit of a rant video. How many watches is too many watches? Kind of my thoughts of my current collection, where I might want to go in the future, and most of all, I want to hear some feedback. What do you guys think about the topic? Before we get into that, of course, a wristwatch check. Today I am wearing my Rolex Daytona 16528. S serial number, 1993, 1994. Definitely my favorite watch, my absolute go-to. I think the proportions of the watch fit my wrist perfectly. I have a very small wrist. It's under 6.5 inches, and I just think the yellow gold is just very, very unique compared to the rest of my watches, being it is one of my only gold watches I own. Enough of my watch. Let's get into the topic. So, starting out, my current collection, I own around 10 watches. I have my Rolex Submariner, my Rolex Daytona, my Panerai 312, my Nomos, my Timex, my vintage Breitling 806, my vintage Breitling Top Time, my vintage Wachmann, my vintage Pierce, and my vintage Girard-Perregaux. I think that's 10 watches. But that being said, I have my go-to watches that I find myself wearing throughout the week. That's usually my Daytona, my Submariner, and my Panerai. Every now and then I throw on the vintage Navitimer or the Nomos. That's pretty much the 4 or 5 watches that I wear on a consistent basis. But it really got me to thinking, how many watches is too many watches? I think kind of at least the mentality that my generation has, you know, guys 20 to 35 or so, is we want to accumulate as much as we possibly can, and I think that's not necessarily collecting. You know, I do tend to like to just you know, sit down some days and just look at my watches. I don't have to enjoy them just by wearing them, but you know, I wear 3 or 4 watches on a consistent basis, and you know, I have these other really nice watches, and you know, it's thousands of dollars just sitting there, and sometimes I wonder, am I better off selling those pieces and applying it to something that I really want, that I would wear, you know, throughout the week? So you know, it's kind of a give and take. What I was thinking though is, as I just stated, you don't necessarily need to wear these watches to enjoy them. You know, a lot of my vintage pieces, I'm nervous wearing them. You know, they're very old. Some of them are 60, pushing 70 years old. My Navitimer, for instance, has the tritium kind of falling out of the hand, so I'm very, very careful when I wear that watch. But you know, what is the perfect watch collection? A lot of guys have the 3 watch rule. You know, 3 watches is really all you need. So that's kind of, I think, where I might go in the future. I have a lot of vintage pieces that I want to maybe sell off. I was thinking about selling my Breitling Navitimer, my Wachmann, my Breitling Top Time, and you know, applying those towards, you know, a watch that I've really been lusting after, which would be the Patek Philippe 5205R. It's an annual calendar, absolutely one of my favorite pieces. Unfortunately, along with that is the price. It's around $50,000. I think it's just under, but I would assume, you know, it's been a while since Patek had a price increase, so maybe they're going to be increasing the prices. Who knows? So although selling off through those pieces might only cut into around, you know, 20% of the value of that watch at retail, you know, I can still, you know, put aside some money and apply it towards getting that piece that I do think, although being a dress watch, I would wear it much more. So the other piece I was thinking about is I would love to have a Speedmaster. I would only have to sell off 1 or 2 of those, and I could easily get into a Hesalite Crystal Speedmaster, or I've been really wanting an AP Royal Oak again. Although, let's face it, I don't feel like waiting years to get that watch, so I would have to go pre-owned, which means you're going to end up paying a premium. But that's really it, guys. I would love to know, what do you think? How many watches is the perfect watch collection? Is it 3? Is it 1? Is it 10? Or is there no number to it? How many watches do you guys have in your collection? please leave a comment down below and let me know. I'd love to kind of create a dialogue in the comment section of what you think is the perfect watch collection and how many. And also, what do you think I should do? Should I sell the pieces I'm not wearing? You know, I'm kind of in a transitional stage in my watch collecting. You know, I have mostly sport watches. I really want something a bit dressier, so I am looking at that Patek. Before we say goodbye, if you haven't already, I am part of the Watch With Us channel. It's a collaborative YouTube channel of all watch enthusiasts. I'll leave a link down below. Take a look at that. I am going to be doing a podcast with John Keel, the owner of WatchGauge, so some exciting stuff coming along with that. Also, we're going to be doing our 500 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be announcing what I'm going to be giving away in the next couple months. We're around 170 subscribers. Thank you all for who have subscribed. I really appreciate it. But that's it, guys. Until next time, take it easy.